Hey Cancer Collective, what's up y'all? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. I hope you all are doing amazing. Let's pull some cards and look at your financial situation. We're going to start with this archetype deck. See what you need to know. Spirit, what does Cancer need to know about their finances right now? We're not looking at any particular time frame, so just take it how it resonates, y'all. And if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. All right? Okay, I'm not going to take these. I'm going to take the first one that fell out, and we have Femme fatale. It says, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Interesting. Okay. So this is giving me dark feminine energy. This is giving me like the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is dark feminine energy. And so, I mean, some of you could do a job that's around eroticism. I don't know, maybe you're like OnlyFans, or maybe you sell fantasies to people, or you do some, I mean, you could be a dancer or something like that. But this could also be just the energy of you tapping into, which is kind of weird to say this because this is feminine energy, but it's almost giving me masculine energy and feminine energy. I say the femme fatale is very masculine because she has to be willing sometimes to deceive people. I'm not telling y'all to deceive people. I'm just talking about the archetype. She has to be willing to deceive people to get what she wants sometimes. She can be a person who develops this personality trait, almost like how narcissists are, where all narcissists start as innocent children like everybody else, but they develop this defense mechanism where they start to see people as objects, just simply based on the fact that, you know, they don't want to get hurt. So this is the way they protect themselves. They make people expendable, right? But I feel like this might be you tapping into your own dark feminine energy. That could be creatively. Some of you could paint or draw, and maybe it's erotic, or maybe you write stories or something like that. Let's see what this is about. Because it says opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. So let's see what could be blocking you first. What this might be about as far as a blockage goes. For rejected to be here, I don't know. There could be some resentment you're feeling professionally. We have jump in. It says, this is the opportunity you've been waiting for. Seize the moment and trust in your readiness as you step forward. And you know what's so funny? Before I started this reading or decided to do these readings today, I was writing out a card and it was called opportunist, right? And I was like, okay, we always use the word opportunist as a negative, but it's not always a negative. Sometimes it is about seizing the moment. It is about jumping in. It is about being able to size up opportunities that present themselves to you in the moment and just taking advantage of it. I mean, people do it all of the time. You know what I mean? For instance, I'm going to use this girl as an example to kind of prove my point. Y'all remember years ago that Cash Me Outside? How about that girl? Bad Baby, or whatever she calls herself, right? I don't think she's talented at all. But she parlayed that episode, Dr. Phil episode, into she's a multi-millionaire. And she ain't got a lick of talent, but she just used an opportunity, that femme fatale energy, because she is definitely very dark, if you ask me. She was on there being dark. And then she, like I said, she parlayed that into an OnlyFans career, so forth and so on. Now, again, I'm not telling y'all to be like her, please. No. But what I'm saying is that you might be able to benefit from tapping into, hey, opportunity presents itself. I got to be a bit selfish to seize that moment. Be an opportunity. Why do I keep calling it wrong, saying it wrong? Opportunist. What is wrong with me? I need to go to bed. But, you know, being an opportunist and using something to my advantage, hey, if you have to do that, that's what you have to do. Because listen, why would you let an opportunity pass you by if you can monopolize it? If you can, well, maybe not monopolize it, but if you can utilize it. I mean, she maybe monopolized too. If you get ahead of the curve, you could. Because I haven't seen anybody do that since her. You know, she took like that Kardashian thing on a different level, but like really not having much talent and just being able to parlay popularity into a career that's lasted now for all these years. And yeah, we can get into who's really supporting her. Probably some horn dogs, you know, but at the same time, I mean, you can't knock the girl. She capitalized All right, so we have loss here. It says, don't let a past setback define your future. Stay focused on your positive outcome, as your thoughts and beliefs will directly affect your reality. So that's like manifestation. Your thoughts become things. Keep your thoughts positive. The more positive they are, the more positive your life will be. Okay? Let's get some tarot and see what these cards mean. What's going on with this Femme fatale energy? All right, we have control here, showing up as the strength card. Interesting, with Femme fatale. And, you know, the Empress is in this card normally, and she's getting control over the masculine. Now, see, I talked about that masculine feminine thing, but see, this is soft power, but this is manipulative energy. How can you manipulate the energy around you? Even the Magician is manipulation of the elements, manipulation of a situation to go the way you want it to. Some of you are really smooth talkers. You might have the gift of gab. You might be a person who's really disarming or charming or something like that. And you're able to bring people to their knees. So I don't know what it is that you do, because the strength card could be something in fitness. I usually see it as like fitness, or just having influence or persuasion over people. So look, I don't know. You could be on the Cancer Leo cusp. This is a Leo card. It feels like some of y'all got some real strong feminine energy that could benefit you right now. And maybe you can look into, there's a lady on YouTube, and she talks about how women can use their womb magic to create the life that they want. But I don't know what she be talking about, because I ain't never looked into it, because my womb magic worked just fine for me in my house. So I don't know. Y'all, you can look into that if you want to, though. Anyway, moving on. What's going on with jumping in? What's this opportunity coming your way? We have Swiftness, the 8 of Wands. Yes, that's jumping in. Y'all, this is good opportunities coming your way really quickly. This is the next 8 days for some of you. And then we have renewal showing up here with the star. Look at that. This is a card also of seizing opportunities, having faith in your dreams, your visions, your career path. It's Aquarius energy. And then we have Sagittarius Mercury, which is usually communication. This may be something you've been praying about. This is usually when a wish is being granted. You've been asking the universe for something. And then the 8 of Wands tells you to strike while the iron is hot, because time is moving like this. It's the second fastest card in the tarot deck after the Chariot. Okay. So definitely it feels like something is coming maybe over the next 8 days that you've been praying for, wishing for, hoping for. This is beautiful. And usually the star card does talk about your true north. Like, really, why were you put on earth? This is your chakras being in alignment, and it's also your spirituality and being spiritually guided. So expect some good communication, some of you, not everybody, but over the next 8 days. I would say expect it even if it's not over the next 8 days, and that is for everybody. But the timing may be different for everyone here. But usually when that star card shows up, it's like when we have stripped ourselves down and we realize that anything is possible because we're very hopeful, we have faith. It's a beautiful energy. So yeah, somebody could be a content creator here. What is loss? Loss is showing up as the 6 of Wands, which is victory. So this is your victory lap. And it says here, stay focused on your positive outcome. Another card of like being online, doing something. Y'all get to 6 of Wands a lot in regards to your career. But it says your thoughts and beliefs will directly affect your reality. And this is you crossing the finish line. Leo, Jupiter energy. This is about fame, positive feedback from people, recognition, being admired by the masses of people, creating a name for yourself, being a trendsetter, so forth and so on. Usually something in entertainment. But it's a victory nonetheless. Victory and success. So bottom of the deck, you have unique bond. And this is a bonus card in this deck. And look at that. You kissing somebody here. Some of you are maybe getting your career on track and at the same time attracting this love. I wasn't looking for love, but it's right here. You got a unique bond with someone. And they're getting married. Beautiful. I told you I feel like somebody really powerful is already in your life or coming into your life. Let's pull some of these cards and see what's going on for my Cancer collective. Spirit, what do you have to say? These cards are going to be all over the place because they're for different people. So only take what's yours and leave the rest for somebody else, y'all. We have take the guesswork out. If your service or product adds value, ease, and convenience to consumers, you have a winning formula. Simplifying people's lives is the gateway to success. Kind of was just talking about this with Gemini. Yeah, and I feel like And for some of you, you know, the star can actually talk about being in the spotlight, much like the Six of Wands. Even the Strength card, again, is about having influence over other people. But I do feel like you have to find what you're really good at. And it may be that you do something that's a more practical job. If it's not entertainment, it may be a more practical job. I was telling them, people don't want to be plumbers, but plumbers make a lot of money because they're in demand. People need plumbers. And it's not a pretty job. It's not a fabulous job, you know. And maybe that is up your alley, because I'm seeing a lot of fabulous energy here, starting with the Femme fatale, right? But maybe that could be something that you do to parlay your way into this more glamorous life. Because trust and believe, people who work these jobs that we don't see as glamorous, they have big, beautiful homes, nice, fat bank accounts. You know, they live good lives. So we have people skills are a prerequisite for your success. You never know who you'll meet on your way up or who you'll meet on your way down. So in business and life in general, it's a good idea and a good rule of thumb to treat everyone with the same level of respect, which is obviously, that's a no-brainer, right? Okay, so they're just telling you to treat people kind. And the Strength card is killing people with kindness. So even when people are rude to you, it's about taking a high road and looking past that and just maintaining your feminine energy, your softness. We have investigative journalism. This is the Hermit, Virgo energy. Some of you could be researchers, proofreaders, editors, writers, photographers, deep divers, especially regarding crime, injustice, political corruption, corporate wrongdoing, whistleblower, and watchdogs. We're going to keep moving because that's pretty self-explanatory. All right, we have rehabilitation, getting back on your feet, paying off debt, rehabbing your finances or property. For some of you, that could be something you do professionally, like rehabbing homes. Infrastructure, strong foundation, stability, building block, success. This is the Four of Wands, the 1111 card. Okay, buildings, supplies, facilities, people needed for operation. So the basis for you to run a business is the infrastructure, right? So some of you can have something to do with hiring people for that, or you could be a part of that staff, a part of the foundation of a business. I always say, like, the people that's at the bottom always get treated the worst, but you take the bottom out, the whole thing falls. So we should treat people at the bottom much better than we do in society. It's such a weird thing to kiss the butts of the people at the top. They ain't even hardly doing nothing. Let's keep moving. So we have delayed gratification. This is the Temperance card. So Spirit is telling you to do things slow and steady. And this is a card of rebuilding as well. Doing things in baby steps, in moderation, patience, balance, serenity, calm. Take your time and don't overdo it. This Temperance card can also talk about like not making like really crazy investments. Considering like all things considered before you make big purchases and things like that, or take on jobs that you are a bit hesitant about. We have owner operators. So some of you could be CEOs, bosses, entrepreneurs. Acquisition, merger, and buyout. That came out for, what was it? Taurus or Gemini? And then we have best kept secret, little known gem, mom and pop shop or business, a small business, well loved by locals, a cornerstone of the community. Oh Lord, I can't understand my own writing. Only a select few are privy to you or your business. You could be flying under the radar or feel undiscovered right now. So maybe some of you are in the beginning stages of a business or something. Maybe you're going to be working with another person. Maybe somebody's going to want to merge with you, or maybe even buy a business from you if you are interested in selling. Two more and I'm going to let y'all go. Civil servant. This is governmental work outside of being in the military. So civilian governmental work. Okay. And then we have drug screening. And that's giving me that some of you may be getting a new job. Or some of you could do this for a living. Maybe you are the one who, you know, screens people for drugs. You work at that kind of place, a lab, right? Other than that, this could be that you are getting paperwork, drug screening, things like that for a new job. X marks the spot. Energy flows where attention goes. Focus only on your desired outcome. This is the Emperor Aries energy. And I feel like that's connected to this loss, about a setback. Stay future focused and focus on a positive outcome because you're going to get it. All right, y'all. I'm going to let y'all go. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment if you choose, and I will see you all the next time. Peace.